This is one of the greatest wonders of nature. Where I am right now is actually the inside of a rock, or actually it's uh, somewhere under a rock. You can see um, the top of it, the roof. That's a rock. Actually, I'm actually under it. Um, the the rock. When I get out, I get to show you what it looks like. But from here, you can see the outside. That's a goat coming from somewhere there. Actually, of course, goats with rocks, mountains, and all that. The rock is supported on each corner by a smaller rock. Um, it's supported, actually. It's a large rock suspended on smaller rocks. On each corner, actually, it's supported by smaller rocks, as you can see. You can see that. You can see that. Yep, you can see those. Now, goodness, so it's beautiful in here. I can see goat droppings, lizards, maybe some wild animals. I can't really understand what they possibly are or where. Goodness, oh, it's interesting. Alright, so, right, I'm outside. I'm out of the rock, and that's what it looks like. That's what it looks like from the outside. It's quite a giant rock sitting on smaller rocks, as you can even see from this view. The auto exposure effect of the camera just tends to switch exposure from dark to bright and all of this. Well, I hope you can see something reasonable. Well, this place actually is surrounded by giant rocks. It's about the most interesting place, Jesus Christ, I have seen in my sojourn on earth. You can see the surrounding actually is just full of mountains. This auto exposure is just giving me bad shot everywhere. Unfortunately, this is probably because I was back in the sun. You can see the place. It's actually a small community somewhere around Kura Falls, and it's surrounded by rocks. Somewhere up there, we learn very far there. I saw um, a signboard of the Nigerian Tourism Corporation, and we learned that there was a plan to set up an international tourism center there, but whatever happened, the project was abandoned. But this place, actually, from this view that I have actually from this rock where I stand, it stands to generate revenue that can sustain maybe a state in Nigeria. And Plateau State, where it is located, is indeed blessed to have these tourist attractions, these tourist sites. But I just don't understand why it's not being utilized. The only thing perhaps that comes out of this place is the electricity supply by the Nigerian Electricity Supply Commission or Corporation, company. I think it's a private company, Nesco. Aside from that, nothing. But the place is indeed blessed with a natural, fertile land. There are lots of agricultural produce coming out of this place: Irish potato, maize, I think yam in some places, carrots, vegetables of all sorts. Of course, because the place has not been developed, people have to devise means to preserve their crops. Of course, storage is always a huge expense. It's always a huge problem for the local farmers in this area, in, of course, rural areas across Nigeria. So whenever you harvest your crops, to prevent damage, attacked by pests and diseases, you have to utilize options like this. Those are um, maize cobs hanging on a tree just to dry, and also I think this can actually last over a year without having any problems, except um, uh, it gets touched or wet by the soaked by the rains, and that's when it becomes exposed. But as long as the dry season lasts, I don't think anything will happen to that. When I was in the village, actually, I used to have this as well. Though I can't remember my parents ever drying crops on the tree, but I think we used to hang them by the roof. You just hang them under the roof like this, somewhere here, or something under here. You just tie a rope, like a crew drying rope or something, and then you just spread them over there to dry, and after which you thrash them and you store in a barn. Whatever. It's actually an interesting place. I will be coming back with a full report on what I have observed in this place.